Hey there, welcome to day 1406 of What's Up to Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business and back and forth. Spent over 48 years and continuing running different businesses in at least 27 different industries, as well as over a quarter century of that simultaneously working in corporate America, primarily in the area of, well, of course, management, but quality, and then I inherited sanitation at my last corporate job. So I got to learn a whole new function, the detailed workings, management, and leadership of a whole new function. Now, my way of doing quality was to stick my fingers in everybody's business. To me, quality is all about processes and controls and how we do everything and interact with everyone in the organization to create the outcome for the customer that we're planning on creating, and then also for money for the company and resources for the company and profits and things. So it all ties together. I love the big picture and how everything ties together, and how the systems and processes and procedures we have, from flow to communication, etc., how they all work. And so I think that prepared me really, really well for the work that I do now. Today I share, and every day I've been sharing 2 or 3 pieces of content. And right now we are on day 5 of the free 30-plus day Get Up and Go challenge. This is actually our 10th free Get Up and Go challenge since the pandemic started. My response to the pandemic was, okay, that just happened. Now what? What's next? What am I going to do about it? And I decided that I had been doing a lot of different challenges. I decided, hey, what do I personally need during this time? And it was to keep moving forward, get up every day and go, no matter what kind of craziness was going on in the world around me. I needed that focus. And so I've carried that through 2020 into 2021, because 2021 didn't feel that good when it started. And it really hasn't been a model year for millions and millions and millions of people, especially here in America. So I want to keep that going. And that's why we're having the 10th free 30-day Get Up and Go challenge. You can join us on the Get Up and Go challenge page. It's a Facebook page every morning, or all of the videos from this challenge. I don't believe in disappearing content. So all of the videos from this challenge, as well as the previous 9, are under the guides of the free Get Up and Go group, Facebook group. And you can join that group. You got to answer the questions. We don't have a bunch of spammers, but you can join that group and you can go to the guides and you can search any topic that you want, or anything to do with the SOAP framework, which is what we cover and what we install in our subconscious, so that we can make dealing with changes and challenges for us as easy as breathing going forward. Excuse me. And coughing, as easy as coughing. It's a natural reflex now. So today was about rating the 9 different areas and aspects of our life. Now, there's lots of different life frameworks, and we talked about and introduced this one yesterday. I have used the 7 grouping, or the 7 category framework, for analyzing my life for decades, since like the late 1970s or 80s. But last year I started getting some coaching and working with a group on communication and confidence. And since they are, to me, foundational skills that impact all of these other areas, I decided I would add them to my goals and the areas that I talk about on a regular basis. So instead of just analyzing physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, and contribution, I added communication and confidence. So now instead of 7, I look at 9 areas of my life. Yesterday we prioritized those areas as part of the challenge, and today we're rating them on a scale of 1 to 10. A snapshot: how do I feel about my physical life on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being, oh, I'm in trouble, I need to take some action, I need to do something about this now. Or 10, absolutely the ultimate awesome, best it could possibly be, and it's already set up to automatically and continuously go into infinity and beyond in terms of awesomeness. So 1 to 10, and we're just giving ourselves a rating, a snapshot. How do I feel about my physical well-being? How do I feel about my mental health? How do I feel about my emotional health, my spiritual health, my financial health, my relationships, my contribution, my communication, and my confidence? How do I feel about them on a scale of 1 to 10? Not how does my mom or my dad or my sisters or my brothers or my cousins or my friends or my co-workers or my boss feel about these areas and aspects of my life. How do I feel about them? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? What's my general impression of where I'm at right now? And we get to learn all about rater bias and stuff, and how we judge ourselves. Some of us judge ourselves very harshly. other people judge ourselves very lightly and let ourselves off the hook for everything. So that was our Get Up and Go challenge today. Now, we're still laying the foundation to introduce the SOAP framework, but our challenge and our action item today was to say, okay, what are these 9 areas should we address with the SOAP framework first? I always like to ask that. Now, our Get Up and Go, not our Get Up and Go, our annual challenge this year was about fitness today. I think yesterday it was about, yesterday? I think it was about something fitness too. Yep. We had a couple days about fitness. Yesterday was about our fitness goal in the process. And today was about our fitness is not about being better or ever comparing ourselves to anyone else. Not only our fitness, by the way, but everything in our life is not about comparing ourselves to anyone except ourselves. It's about being better than we were before and continually improving and being a better version of ourselves. And not just in fitness, but in any area or aspect of our life. So that was our do one thing every day that centers us to get to know ourselves better challenge for today. We are winding down. I always, it seems like at the beginning of the year, just like the beginning of a vacation, it's going to be such a long, wonderful time, and we'll never get done. And it feels the same way when we do annual challenges, at least to me. In the beginning, it seems like we're starting off slow and it's going to be a long haul, and then all of a sudden, we're in the last month, the last few days of the challenge, and getting ready for the next challenge, getting ready for next year's challenge. So I am feeling, believe it or not, a lot more centered, a lot more calm, a lot more understanding and accepting of myself, believe it or not, than I was at the beginning of the year. And that's my goal with the annual challenge, is to make a little bit of action, a single daily action that moves me from where I am to where I want to be with respect to an area or aspect of my life. This year it was getting to know myself better and understanding what makes me tick, what's important to me, my priorities, and not from a selfish standpoint, but from a self-understanding, self-awareness, self-actualization standpoint. Our idiom for Supersize Your Business today, every day I like to share an idiom. And a lot of times they're not at all business related. They're just, an idiom, of course, is a group of words that together mean something different than when the words are taken individually. So today was bundle up. Bundle up is actually pretty literal in its origin and meaning. It means to bundle things together, group things together, or to dress warm and be prepared for the weather. So I shared at least 3 ways that bundled up can be used to supersize and grow our business. From a be prepared standpoint, you know, it's windy and cold out today, so are you going to dress appropriately and be prepared? Plan for changing times, knowing that things are always changing. Contingency plans. Packaging, how do we put our offers? How do we tie things together? How do we meet customers' needs and changing needs as times change? And then communication, how do we communicate safety, caring, appreciation, and gratitude within and outside of our organization? And there's other ways to tie in bundling up, but those are just the quick 3 that I shared today. So every day we'll share an idiom for the month of December with our little Rudolph reindeer bear, our little reindeer bear who doesn't have a name yet. We'll share an idiom that's related to winter or Christmas or the end of the year. So it's kind of a hodgepodge end of the year grouping of idioms. And I'm sure there's some idioms I will cover that I've covered before. We've done over 1,000 now. So even though there's 20,000 plus idioms in the English language, lots of them aren't appropriate. So actually, even some of I had in my first book of 600 plus idioms, some of them were just like, yeah, that's just weird, that's not appropriate. But we're well over 1,000 now. And you might think, well, why do you do that? Why do you share an idiom in a business building, business scaling group? Because it reminds me and the people in the group to think outside the box, think differently, think about how we think about and see things. What's our perspective? How do we look at things? What do things mean to us? What do they mean to other people? Because just because something means something to me doesn't mean it has the exact same meaning to other people. And if we share definitions and we create common understandings, and if we talk about the different way things can be interpreted and meant, it helps us all be better communicators, be better human beings, and to make the world a better place. My opinion, of course, but that's part of why I do it. Plus, it keeps my mind fresh and sharp, and me looking for connections and understanding and meaning in things. And We all need to do that, right? We need to always be asking ourselves, well, what does this mean to me? A lot of times the answer is nothing. If you're watching the news and getting all bent out of shape about something, and you ask yourself, well, what does this really mean to me? The answer is probably nothing, because it's usually something that's none of our business, or we have no ability to impact, or it's being presented in a manipulative, fear-mongering way that is not in our best interest, so we don't want it to mean anything to us. All right, I diverge from our course here. So Sunday, here in my neck of the woods, I am going to go about planning my week ahead and getting things ready for a terrific week. I think I'm going to do some Christmas decorating because it's not very Christmassy here yet. We've been a little bogged down with other activities. We're, still cleaning up from the storm this last summer, waiting for the porch to get installed. But a lot has been happening. Trees are down, driveways in, foundations poured for the porch. We just are waiting for the materials to come and the labor to be available to actually build the porch, because I'm not building anything like that. All right, if I can help you in any way, if you have any questions, concerns, business related, or I guess life related, if you want to ask me those too, I can only give you responses based on my own experience, but love to help in any way that I can. Like to say, if you're stuck and you don't know what to do, please reach out. Don't stay stuck because you're afraid to ask and you don't feel like you have anybody to ask. I want to always be that resource. Anyway, have an awesome day. I will be with you tomorrow.